Good evening and happy anniversary to Green River College. My name is Tracey, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story. My 44 years began with my 16-year-old mother and 17-year-old father choosing life. They were married before I was born, and although they later divorced, I repeatedly witnessed my mother's pillar of strength and determination to never give up. She graduated from high school and later earned her degree in early childhood education and has been teaching preschool in a Washington public school ever since. I must add that my grandparents were also a significant influence and support throughout my upbringing. They say it takes a village, and I would have to agree. I began working at 14 years old doing secretarial work at a law office, and from there assisting the court administrator, official court reporter in my hometown. I will come back to her later. Upon my graduation, I attended a business college where I completed a legal secretarial program and worked as a legal secretary for a few years. Although I was inspired early on to become a court reporter, that dream was put on hold after becoming a young single mother myself. I later met and married my husband, who also had a daughter, and I'm proud to say we just celebrated our 20-year anniversary this year. During our marriage, we were blessed with two sons who are now 18 and 16 years of age. Our daughters are now 24 and 25, and we have a grandson who calls us Noni and Papa. While raising our family, I worked as a secretary for 2 different school districts and have provided secretarial work for my husband's law firm on a fill-in basis. Most recently, I worked as a shift supervisor for Starbucks until it became necessary to help care for my 91-year-old grandfather in his home 100 miles away every other week. Before leaving Starbucks, and with the anticipation of being an empty nester, I started putting into motion my dream of going back to school to acquire a degree in court reporting technologies, and officially began my court reporting journey at Green River in April of 2013. Fortunately for me and other students, the court reporting technologies program at Green River, which is the only program of its kind offered in the state of Washington, is also offered entirely online, which has allowed me to attend every single class at my home in Steilacoom, Washington, as well as my grandfather's home in South Bend, Washington. I can say without the supportive and dedicated faculty of Lori Raposo, Joan Rickensrud, Cindy Waldelli-Wallace, and Barb Latterud, making this program available online, my dream of becoming a court reporter would not be possible. Not to mention my husband and my family who have supported me 110%. It has taken a lot of self-discipline to attend every class online and maintain a high grade point average. There are many opportunities in this often misunderstood career field, such as courtroom and freelance reporting, broadcast and sports captioning, educational captioning, or CART for the hearing impaired, and real-time webcasting. And with the increased desire for information and a predicted shortage in all of these areas across the board, a need for real-time reporting and captioning in our communities is growing and imperative. Did you know that the court reporting professional is actually trained to write verbatimly onto a steno writer what is said at the incredible speeds of 225 words per minute, and then transcribe into form at an accuracy of 96 to 98%? Many wonder how this is possible. The secret is that the keys represent sounds rather than words. For example, if you were to type the word cat on a typewriter, you would type a C, then A, then T, a 3-step process. On the steno machine, you would key in cat, spelled K-A-T, on the steno machine, in one stroke. The system is called shorthand because various shortcuts are used to write letters or words. As a student currently at 160 words per minute, I am driven to reach the goal speed of 225. I'm very passionate about this career choice and could spend a whole evening talking about it. So if there's anyone out there interested, get in touch with me or anyone in our court reporting program here. Remember that court reporter I mentioned earlier in this speech? That was my aunt. She too graduated from Green River College, but did not have the benefit of attending online. She would travel over 100 miles both ways to attend this well-established program in the evenings. She was taught and inspired by one of the program's founding faculty members, Lois Latterud. I am not going to give away how many years ago that was, but I will just say that my aunt is now a retired official court reporter and still talks about how she was inspired by Lois. Lois and her husband, Nils, or Alf as we call him, contributed many years of service and dedication to this necessary program. And since retiring, they still volunteer in the classroom on a regular basis. They are the generous donors of the Latitude Court Reporting Scholarship, and I could not be more proud to say that I am the recipient of this scholarship. Lois and Alf, although we have never met in person before this evening, I have seen one or both of you on my computer screen every week and want to say you have inspired me just as you did my aunt and all of the other fortunate students who chose this amazing career path at Green River College. We don't always realize how the generosity of inspirations of others can have that domino effect in lighting our path forward. My story demonstrates that. Thank you so much for making this scholarship possible and believing in me. In celebrating Green River's 50th anniversary, it is important to mention that the Green River Foundation began with 78 scholarships, and it has grown to over 300. One of those founding scholarships is the Barnes Meritorious Scholarship, and I'm honored to be a recipient of this scholarship as well. This entire foundation has my word that in my future as a court reporter or captioner, I will not forget those who supported me along my journey. Lastly, one piece of advice we have given our kids and will offer to any one of you out here that might still be trying to figure out your path is actually a quote by Abraham Lincoln, and it's simple. Whatever you are, be a good one. We are all not meant to be doctors, lawyers, nurses, or teachers. An example would be one of our daughters. After graduating with honors at the University of Washington, she was registered to begin law school. 2 weeks before she was set to begin, she announced that she was going to pursue a career in photography, spend time creating a portfolio, and then apply for a master's in fine arts. You can imagine our concern for this bright star. What we have learned through this process is to trust that quote and its meaning. Had she followed through with law school, I no doubt believe she would have been successful, but I am not sure she would have been happy. She has since that day been accepted into a fine arts program at a university, not only attending classes, but teaching photography there as well. When you find something you love, you will find the determination and the path to success. Whatever you are, be a good one. 225, here I come. Thank you.